Right, I just want to kill the illusion right now. I'm not that sloth from the Ice Age trying to give comedy a go. In fact, my name's Miles, I'm 27, I live up here. I know I don't look 27, that's mainly because I refuse and am unable to grow any fucking facial hair. Unlike you, sir, that beard is fucking magnanimous. When I have a moustache, I look like I belong on some sort of register and not allowed within 500 feet of any schools. And with a beard, I look like I should be in the woods stalking and hunting you down for my next meal. I'll keep clean shaven because I like to play the game. Some of you look very fucking delicious. As I said, I do live up here in London. Hasn't always been the case. I moved up here a few months ago from a small town called Lewes. Now, if you're not aware of Lewes, it hosts the biggest bonfire every year, so it's so fucking pretentious. But also, it's kicking and screaming as it's being dragged into the 19th century. They're still very fond of their cobble streets, their parish houses, and it wouldn't surprise me if whenever I was doing my weekly shop, I bumped into Anna Cleves looking for fucking vegan alternatives. I'm a middle child, which really does kind of help with the feral case. I've got my older brother, he got the brains, fortunately. I got the weirdly good looks. He got the brains, so he's the one who went off to uni, he studied engineering. His three main topics are Tottenham, trains, and engineering, so he basically just likes to chat shit. And my sister, on the other hand, is part of that generation. And when I say that generation, I mean the generation that cannot live without a phone in their fucking hand. If it didn't come from TikTok, Insta, or Twitter, the news didn't fucking happen. I'm 99% sure with my sister I could remove the phone from her hand mid-text and the thumb would just carry on as if it's still fucking there. Not that I ever text her, I can't understand a fucking word any of that generation say. I'll give you an example. I had an altercation the other day in the middle of London, busy fucking streets, and I bumped into the back of this, couldn't have been older than 15, 16 years old. And obviously, as a normal person, I apologise, sorry mate, didn't mean to do that. And what he said to me, I'm going to try and recount it perfectly, but it's a bit weird. He turned around to me, he was like, yo brother, skibbity your half, man's gums are bussin', salty, next time wet up. At first, I genuinely started looking around for a portal to another fucking dimension, and when that didn't happen, I checked my pulse to make sure I wasn't fucking dying or having a stroke. Utterly bewildered when I had this altercation with this kid, because afterwards he pulled out a phone, and his phone was an iPhone 12 or 13. I didn't have that when I was his fucking age. I would have dreamed to have had that. Back in my day, when I was in school, we had Match Attacks, Tamagotchis, and fucking British Bulldog. For those of you that aren't aware of British Bulldog, it's a rage-fueled apocalyptic version of tag with rugby tackles. Now, any fucker in my school would play this, from, you know, the athletic people like Hammerfist Harry, all the way down to the nerdy fuckers called Calculator Callum, who spent most of his time in the library and spent those extra hours on my maths. And obviously my teachers did take issue with this. You know, we were going in with multiple injuries and ruining our uniform. Injuries weren't that much of an issue. Going to the student support. Miss, I think I've dislocated my shoulder. Just put a wet paper towel on it, see how you do at lunch. Miss, I've lost a finger playing that game. Put a wet paper towel on it, see how you feel at lunch. So obviously, they pulled an assembly and they called it. They were like, anyone playing British Bulldog will be excluded, will be put in isolation, or be put in detention. Exclusion. I got a 1 in 3 chance of going home. Result. So a week or two go by, no one plays this game. Teachers start thinking, we might have won this. We've won. Anyone up for Mexican Mongoose? Same game, different name, same rules. A few weeks go by, another assembly's held. Mexican Mongoose has now been added to that list. But now they've also closed the field. They're like, this will beat them kids. Anyone up for Kenyan Kangaroo on the concrete? With basketball posts as obstacles. This went on for a total of 3 days. When, as a collective, as a year group, we finally thought they might be trying to stop this for a reason. And the reason being, there was a kid in our year who broke his hand to a magnanimous state, to the point where we all know the age-old question, can you clap with one hand? Well, yes. I fucking can. If you'd like to follow me, I'll be leaving shortly after this show. If not, if you'd like to follow me normally, I'm on TikTok, Miles_Karter. Thank you. Good night.